Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my F1 2018 career mode. Today we are here for round 4 of season 6 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you guys did miss the last race for the Chinese Grand Prix, then do check out that episode by clicking the card in the top right hand corner of your screen. You will also have a full playlist link down below in the description for you guys to go check out the first 4 races of this season if you want to get up to speed before we get too far into the season. As you guys just saw, we do have good conditions this weekend, no rain expected, and also we've got no upgrades on the car for this race. We did a triple upgrade in the last race for the aero and chassis, and for the engine and the chassis, and this time we don't have any upgrades. We're actually only one of 3 teams to not bring any upgrades this race, along with Force India and Red Bull. But as you can see, other teams have brought some upgrades, but they're not really improving drastically, and hopefully after this episode we should be able to bring some more upgrades of our own into the next couple of races. Now, as you can see, we're going to jump straight into qualifying here at Baku, and I know this track is going to be a challenge. It's one of them ones where the AI, just like Bahrain, they're really, really powerful. Forget time glitches or qualifying glitches or, the AI setting ridiculous lap times. It's just one of them tracks where even if that glitch wasn't in the game, the AI are just on steroids around here because they get such incredible traction out of corners and incredible acceleration, which leads to really good straight line speed. And it's going to be a challenge, this one, especially with the McLaren. We are down in the chassis and aero side of things, and also in the engine as well. And also, this is going to be a big track for Sauber because they are by far the strongest team in the engine side of things. Their engine is easily like a quarter better than the nearest car. Like, Sauber are a monster when it comes to their engine. So hopefully we can try and do the best we can, and you never know. I'd like to say maybe a top 15, that'd be good. I think I'm going to kind of go off Bahrain in this session, and in Bahrain we qualify I think 14 or 15, so I'd like something like that, to be honest, if possible. But as you can see, in our first run it was going well, but then we clipped the ball at the castle section because I just lost the back end on entry, and it kind of ruined my first attempt. But nonetheless, we stay out, and we're going to go for another attempt on a fresh set of ultras, and also a brand new front wing. And as you can see, a scruffy line through the chicane there, and that kind of put me off balance. And once again, I broke too late, missed my apex for the next right hander, locked up the right front, and generally again another scruffy lap. I still finished the lap though this time, no damage sustained, and we do go P19, but still a long way off of the pace. But now on my final run, I managed to get a somewhat decent lap together. So let's run on board here. Straight away though, for turn 1, you're braking just as the curb appears on the right hand side. You're going to go down the 4th gear, possibly 3rd, to get the rotation. Now on the power, nice and early, now down towards turn number 2, you want to brake just as this kind of zebra crossing appeared there on screen a moment ago, and then you want to go down to 3rd, possibly 2nd gear again, depending on your preference for rotation on the front end. And now racing down towards turn 3, bang on the 100 meter board on the right hand side here as a reference, down to 3rd gear. Make sure you really get a nice smooth run through there. I kind of lose the back end halfway through and don't really maximise my line through there. Now for turn 4 again, you want to make sure you focus on your exit, good traction as we now go into a left right chicane where we messed it up last time. This time, even with a lockup, we get a much cleaner line and a much better run through there. Could have been better, I still hit the curb and I still locked up, but generally speaking it was much more of a cleaner run. Again here through the right hander, very lucky to not invalidate my lap there because I thought I cut that corner a bit, but still we got away with it as we continue on through the castle section, and this lap is much better so far as it really is coming together much more cleanly than the previous 2 attempts. But we are only half a second up and we need to find a lot more time if we want to try and improve here. So with 1 sector to go, let's see what we can do as we go downhill now for the final part of the racetrack. And as you see, a very tricky corner here. We just about avoid contact with the wall, but still running a little bit too wide there for my liking. And then this corner here is probably my worst corner on the track. I absolutely hate it. It's just really understeery and also very easy to lock up your tyres. But then that corner's done, you get good traction and a good exit, flat out through the chicane, and it's pretty much just foot to the floor all the way to the finish line, making sure that you maximise your ERS consumption as we hit the line. We're currently half a second up. Are we going to gain any more places here from P19? Where do we jump into after this lap? And it's going to be P18, so we only gained 1 place. Really disappointing, but on the base of things, that's where we are pace-wise. You can see Alonso there, he was actually quite a bit faster than me, to be fair, but generally speaking, it was not even close. We had no pace. The Saubers got a 1-2, I think, and they were fast by like over a half a second to the nearest car. But then, us, we are a long way away. You can see that we don't have the pace around these tracks, especially when it's straight line dependent. So a lot of work has to be done, but still, we start the race from the penultimate row. Hopefully on strategy we can make something happen. So with that being said, it's time for round 4 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Let's go.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. With 20 turns and a length of 3.7 miles, Baku City Circuit in the heart of the Azerbaijan capital is a real test of a driver's endurance, patience and precision. 90-degree corners through Sector 1 lead into a tightening uphill sprint as we start to circle around the old city. Then a 1.4-mile chase flat out through Sector 3 towards the finish line. With me today, of course, is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about Haas. We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the sides haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with those changes.
There are a few downcast looks within the team this weekend. I think they've been hit fairly hard by the new regs. But this is only the first step down a long road of development, and even if they don't maximise their points today, there are plenty more up for grabs this season.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, with Marcus Ericsson alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Raikkonen, Nico Hülkenberg and Sainz, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Verstappen and Kevin Magnussen, Perez, Bottas, Esteban Ocon and Grosjean, Alonso, Gasly, Brendan Hartley and Martinez, Stroll and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Right, here we are then on the grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here at Baku. We start from the second from last row on the grid, P18, all the way down the order. And it's a bit unfortunate, but, we don't really have the pace here. We are nowhere near. It's even worse than Bahrain. We just don't have a chance. And, there's going to be a few people saying, why didn't you take an engine penalty? And again, I'm going to say the same thing as always. I don't really want to abuse the engine system. So just because you have a bad qualifying doesn't mean you take a new engine every single time. And also, to be fair, the durability hasn't changed, with the regulation change. And the cars are very reliable. And the engine looks in very good condition to say this is going to be the fourth race on this power unit. So, with that being said, in terms of the race in itself, I'd be surprised if we score any points. The race strategy is super softs onto softs. There is an outside chance I could go supers onto maybe ultras, but I'd have to wait and see how the tyre progresses, and we'll see how things pan out, because obviously the race strategy isn't really accurate because we don't do practice. So we'll see what happens. Again, it's the first time I've raced Baku since the patch, therefore I don't have that experience, with not overheating my tyres around this track. So I'd be curious to see how things hold up. I know rear tyres go off a lot around here, and fuel-wise we are 3 laps over, quite heavy, to try and use rich mix a lot and be able to compete on the straights. But with that said, we're going to jump into it here at Azerbaijan, and we're going to see how things go. We're pretty much in a no-lose situation because we're already pretty much at the back. So let's just go for it, and let's see how this all pans out. It's time for round 4 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Let's jump into it. Right, here we go. We're going to build up the revs here and get ready for the 5 red lights here at Baku. The lights are on and they are off. Very quick lights. We don't get the best start ever, but it will do. Lots of too wide here. We're going to go up the inside of Brendan Hartley. Hartley though goes around the outside, holds on to it quite nicely. We're going to still commit to the inside line. We're going to go down the inside of Alonso, my teammate, into turn 2 here. Got to be careful with these curbs. Power down. Alonso gets better traction in the other McLaren. We're going to just get in his toe for now and hopefully follow him as we race down towards turn number 3. Down the inside of my teammate, giving him the room, of course, but we are going to get past. Very textbook move down the inside. We've got Gasly here going at it side by side with Roman Grosjean. Also Ocon not too far behind him. So far though, so good. A lot of frame drops, which is a little bit annoying, but hopefully that will kind of sort itself out as the race gets underway. But for now we are stuck behind Ocon here, who obviously we know the Racing Point Force India isn't the best car. I think it's actually the worst car on the grid, and Perez is further up the road as well, so they're going to be potential vulnerabilities, as we almost hit the back of Ocon there through the bus, not the bus stop, the castle section, sorry. Right, we've gained 2 places from P18 up to P16. Successful lap 1 so far, could have been a lot better, but we didn't really get the best launch off the line, or wasn't that aggressive into turn 1. Now we're going to see how we cope for the rest of the race, so I really don't think we're going to have much pace around here. So it's going to be a struggle. I can already tell in traction zones AI are super strong, as always. I'm just going to dictate a lot of the straight line speed down this back straight. Good thing is I saved my ERS though, so we should be able to run overtake for a lot of the straight here to maintain our straight line speed. Alonso's trying to slipstream me there in the other McLaren, but I've already lost Ocon's slipstream and his name tag, which is kind of annoying, but that's what the Racing Point cars there are. You know, they're just very fast on the straight as Ocon goes down the inside of Gasly at turn 1. They're still side by side into turn 2, which is good. It's going to bring them back towards me, but even then they still don't really lose that much time. I wish the AI wouldn't be so strong on traction. It's really frustrating, it is, but either way, Ocon's got past Gasly, so that's done there, although they're still kind of going at it here, and that's got us really close to Pierre. Kind of thought about it down the inside there, but Pierre was pretty good on the brakes. Either way, let's get our head down now and try and stick with these guys. It's important that we do not lose contact with this train, because once we lose the slipstream, it's pretty much game over around here. Okay, we've got the run on Gasly here. Good bit of momentum. Gasly's lost a bit of a toe to Ocon. The Racing Point Force Indians are very fast on the straight. Here we go, we're going to power past Gasly here, thanks to him not having much of a toe. And we are going to get the move done. Yellow flag into turn 1. Luckily we get that move done just before the yellow flag, as Grosjean gets overtaken by Ocon now. So let's see how this goes. DRS is now enabled as well, so that's going to be another factor in this race. Yellow flag just behind us. I think it's Hartley. Yeah, Hartley's just slowing down now. He's pulled over in the Toro Rosso. He's out of the race as we got.
Information on Hartley. They've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring.
Yep, we've got battles in front here, and it's for the points actually. P10's on the cards. So let's try and stick with this if we can. Okay, we stay within DRS, which is good. However, Gasly is gaining on me here. I don't think he's going to get enough of a momentum boost into turn 1, so we should be able to stay in front. There we go. That's good. We just stay within DRS, the cars in front. That's very important. But so far, we're hanging on in there on the super softs, even though everyone around us I think is on the same tyre. So we've got to try and just do what we can here, but I can't see points happening yet. We're going to need a bit of luck and a couple of safety cars or something like that. Okay, we've got cars in the pit lane already here, so people getting off the ultras as we set another personal best. Car leaving the pit lane, that's Charles Leclerc, the man that started on pole, the man that's been dominating the entire weekend. And Leclerc, fighting his way through the field, might just open up the window of opportunity for us this race by him making the moves on the cars in front. So let's observe and be patient, but the opportunities will arrive thanks to Leclerc. Only problem with Leclerc being in front is that I'm behind the worst possible car when it comes to maintaining DRS, because Leclerc, look at the acceleration as he pulls away with the rest of the pack. I've already dropped out of DRS range already, and Gaz is going to be on me here. I don't have enough ERS to really fight, so we're just going to have to go defensive and let this one go, unfortunately. I need Leclerc to not be the next car in front, because that's kind of what's screwing me there. Gazzy's made the move, but we have got the momentum here. Looking for the re-overtake, going to switch back underneath Pierre. Power down, we're just going to get it and get back past Gasly, so good driving there, good defensive driving as Leclerc begins to make his way through the field. But here comes Gasly again. I don't think he's close enough, so that should be okay. And now we wait for Leclerc to start putting people off their rhythm a bit, and hopefully they will fall towards us. Right, I think Pierre's going to get the run on me here once again. I'm going to show him to the outside as Ocon gets overtaken by Grosjean down towards turn 1. Pierre locks up. That's going to give you the position back quite easily. So far I can defend this. We're not too bad on the straights. We're terrible on acceleration, but actual straight line speed isn't that bad. Once I'm up to speed I'm okay, but currently though we sit P13. Just shy of the points, but still not too bad. Grosjean and Ocon battling quite heavily here, which is going to bring me right into play and put me right at the back of the pair of them, which is good. And I'm also beginning to finally get some battery back on target. I've been running none through that middle part of the lap for the last 3 or 4 laps, and finally getting the battery charge back up, so this is good news. Now we've got to try and stay close going onto the straight with DRS. You never know, maybe we can make something happen here, but we need a good exit out of this left-hander, which that's not too bad considering the wear of my rear tyres. Now we've got to stay close to the chicane, and I think that will do the trick. We're going to have DRS, not enough to probably have a run on anybody, but We stay within range as Ocon now gets re-overtaken by Grosjean. This time, plenty of cars in the pit lane. We're going to close up the gap a treat here. Really maxing out on the speed limiter as we get a little screen freeze there. But we're now jumping up to P9 in this race. Kimi Räikkönen behind us. He's on brand new soft tyres, so they're going to the end. And those guys. But now let's try and keep up with the two in front of us here. Maybe have a go at the end of this lap as we're much closer this time. Okay, here we go. I think Ocon might have just missed out on Grosjean's DRS. I'm not really sure. We'll find out shortly, but Räikkönen is on my arse. So we need to get a move on here. Does Ocon have DRS? Yes, he does. So that's unfortunate because we're not going to get enough of a run on him. Räikkönen is gaining on me though, but I've got a nice toe from Ocon. Ocon actually goes for the re-overtake on Grosjean, surprisingly. I thought he was way too far back, but somehow he's right there. Meanwhile, Kimi is still giving me the hurry up as these guys in front continue to battle. Ocon with the poor exit. Have we got anything here to maybe have a go at the racing point Force India? Come on. We're trying to gain here. I tried to go on the outside, no way through. Ocon defends it nicely, fair play to him. We've still got Räikkönen behind. This is attacking and defending at its finest, trying to find the balance. Attacking, defending, and actually probably surviving as well. Might want to add that one in there. Right then, here we go. I think once again Kimi is going to be on my case. This time we haven't got as good of a toe on Ocon, so Kimi's going to pull alongside and probably get the move done as Ocon re-overtakes Grosjean, it seems. Kimi gets the move done. We're going to switch back underneath like we did with Gasly, and we do get the position back. Good driving again. But I think Kimi this time is going to absolutely have me on toast on this straight. Let's wait and see. Here he comes. Actually, I think I should be okay. Or not, he's gaining on me. Or not. Okay, we stay in front, I'm surprised. So the Ferrari not with that much juice on that back straight. So we get the move done. And bit by bit, we are getting closer to the pit window. And we're currently P7 in this race, so things are looking good. Not the best exit. Definitely struggling on my tyres now a little bit. I'm never going to fight this one. Kimi's going to have me so easily here, so I'm just going to let him go. He can take the inside line. I'll just try and follow him basically. There goes Kimi. He makes the move. I'm just going to try and pick up the slipstream and try and follow him if I can. Also save some ERS. Let him pull away. Very close there, but hopefully I'll get DRS on this second straight as well. And let Kimi basically run the pace, and we'll follow him. That's the plan. There's battling going on behind, so that's fine by me. So we can just basically follow Kimi here and let him show me the lead pretty much, and also save some ERS. Right, so this is our scheduled pit stop lap, so we are going to pit in here. I'm going to burn up a last bit of ERS before we come into the pit lane. Lots of people are going to be in the pits this lap, so it's important to make it count. Aggressive pit entry. Get it slowed down. There we go. Good stuff. Very happy with that pit entry as we're going to hold up a couple of cars there. Luckily, well, sorry, unfortunately for us, we don't hold up Perez, which is a little bit annoying. But either way, we're going to continue on here. Come on, nice quick stop from the boys. Come on, come on, come on. Nice and fast. There we go. 2.4. Get me away. Wow. A hold up for no reason. That's annoying. Very annoying. Up to speed though. Here we go. P16 then, it looks like. Obviously, we've got other people yet to pit, but for now, it's progress on where we started the race, which is not a bad thing. Maybe we've got to try and switch these soft tyres on and try and have some strong pace on the outlap. Easier said than done.
Fernando's in for his stop.
Alonso in. I'm expecting a lot of other people in the pit lane as well. So let's see where this all kind of pans out. Vettel in front of us there. He's currently battling cars leaving the pit lane. Into turn one, then let's see where we are. There's Alonso leaving the pit lane now. Ocon in front of us. So pretty much the order has kind of gone back to how it was. This time though we're P15. That's where we are on merit. So let's try and not battle with Alonso if possible and try and, you know, be team players here and try and catch up to the cars in front. Here comes Alonso then. He's going to pass me quite easily, I think. Let's see what he's like with straight line speed. He doesn't open DRS, which is interesting. It must be offline. Okay, now he's opened it. Now he's starting to gain on me, but I think I should have just enough juice here towards turn one, hopefully. Come on. There we go. We just have enough and we can stay in front. That's good. Okay, a strong lap there. I think I've actually managed to shake off Alonso from DRS and actually open up a gap. Hamilton in the pit lane now, he's coming for soft compound tyres as we set a personal best. Lewis leaving the pit lane now, it's going to be close, neck and neck between us and the Mercedes. Lewis is going to try and go down the inside at turn 2. In fairness, he holds on. I don't think anyone's going to have DRS, or does Lewis have DRS? I think he might do. He goes to the inside, Lewis does have DRS. We're going to switch back underneath. Do we have enough juice? No, I don't think we do. And just when I built up a gap to Alonso, thanks to Lewis Hamilton, we've lost it all again. I can't catch a break this race. I really cannot catch a break. I really just want to be able to just drive by myself and try and do some things, but I'm just constantly on the defensive. And look at all those cars going through the Carter section. We just don't have enough pace to close that gap. Also, the AI just a little bit too OP in my opinion around here. Okay, Alonso is catching me here. I'm going to have to cover the inside, show him the long way around. He tries to go on the outside, no way through. And we hold on to the position beautifully. Hopefully didn't get front wing damage there, but there's a little bit of contact. I think we should have been okay. Also, the battle in front is starting to hot up a little bit. They're starting to drop back and get a bit closer to us, but I still think they're too far away and they've got too much pace for us. Alonso's right on my arse. Closer than he ever has been. Here he goes to the outside. I'm not going to fight it. I'm going to let him take it and let him take the lead for now. See if I can follow him. Maybe that might help us as a team. So yeah, let's let Alonso do what he's got to do and see if he can maybe get me a little bit closer to the guys in front. We should be similarly paced, so let's make it count. We've got the speed on Alonso here. We're just going to breeze past. Look at that. Personal best. Past my teammate, and we re-overtake him with no time lost at all. Very efficient as we set a personal best in the process. So good stuff there. We've also saved up quite a bit of battery as well behind Alonso, which is good. I'm hoping the battle in front though kicks into overdrive. That'd be great for me. Another personal best. As they go 3 wide into turn 1 in front of us. Second track extend of the race. One more and I'm on for a penalty, so I've got to be careful. Somehow we don't get DRS on Lewis, which is annoying. But we are getting closer and closer. Almost there. Look at that. Leclerc 1 minute 37.6. Those Saubers are 3 seconds a lap faster than us around this circuit, which is just incredible. We are so far behind and the Saubers are just so strong. Good news is, I'm pretty sure this time we will have DRS on the guys in front. Unless we lose it all through the chicane, which could happen. I've seen it happen before. But I don't think it will because of the setup I've got. I've got quite a bit of straight line speed. And finally, we're back in DRS. Will any overtakes happen? Probably not, but it's just good to know that we're close to a battle. And all we need is a couple of retirements from the cars in front, and that would give us a few positions. Another personal best, as I'm trying to concentrate here. This is really intense now because I'm trying to hang on for dear life. Obviously no points are going to be scored this race, but you know, I want to just try and finish near these guys if possible. That'd be great. And Grosjean back up the inside of Ocon. This time Lewis gets a bit of a poor run. Oh, I was thinking about it there, but no way through. Lewis was defending the line quite nicely. No way through. Oof, that was close. Very, very close to Lewis. Ocon though has got back past Grosjean. I just can't see me overtaking any one of these guys. I don't know where it's going to happen. So that's what I'm kind of trying to work out at the minute, but again, I just don't see where it's going to happen. I really don't. Ocon and Grosjean side by side again. But once again, I try to line something up on Lewis, but no way through. There's a huge battle going on in front, just on the next straight. But again, they're not going to lose enough time to kind of fall into our clutches, so that's a little bit annoying as well. So close to points, it's so far really. Look how many cars are just on the next straight. This is the closest I've been to Lewis Hamilton though, on the straight. We are gaining on the Mercedes. Is it enough? It's going to be bloody close, but I don't think it will be. Because Lewis is also gaining on Grosjean here into turn 1. Grosjean defends. Lewis on the back foot. Has to go defensive. We double lock up, which is a little bit annoying. I was trying to switch back underneath there. Do we have enough to get past Lewis here? Overtake ERS with some rich mix. Come on. This is my chance. Right on the outside of Hamilton. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been waiting for this entire race and all these laps, just to have a chance to make an overtake. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Okay, then going to the last lap, Lewis will have DRS on me, but he's not really close enough, and I'm actually gaining on Grosjean here. I'm burning up all I've got left on my ERS to close this gap to Grosjean, and hopefully have DRS on this second straight. That's a really poor run through turn 1 though, terrible traction. We do get DRS though off of Grosjean, which is what I wanted. That's important. Lewis is going to be on me here. We're going to have to maybe go defensive. Oh, we should be okay. Okay, I think we should be okay. Lewis is going to get close, but not close enough. Grosjean also has dropped off from Ocon now, so Grosjean won't have DRS from the Force India, so let's try and close up to Grosjean. Maybe nab a P13 here in the closing stages. Okay, then 9/10 a drift of Grosjean. Do we have enough? It's a long straight, you never know. We've got a good straight on our speed here. First of all, I need to get DRS. Am I close enough? I think I am. I think I'm going to run out of DRS deployment here. Here we go. Open up the rear flap. We're going to run out of fuel as well, so unfortunately it's not going to happen. We're going to have to turn it down, but still a personal best across the line. We tried our best. We beat a Mercedes, P14. We beat my former teammate Lewis, which is good. And generally speaking, the best we could have done in that race.
Brilliant stuff from Sauber today. What a superb victory. And Anthony Davidson, give me your thoughts. How did they accomplish this result?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So looking at the final race results, Charles Leclerc wins here at Baku for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Marcus Ericsson P2 making it a Sauber 1-2, and they dominate here. Absolutely destroy the competition in dominant fashion. It was so easy for them. Kimi Räikkönen third, trying the best he could, but then it's a 37-second gap to Carlos Sainz in P4. Perez fifth, Vettel P6, Nico Hülkenberg P7, and then Verstappen, Magnussen and Bottas rounding off the points. Then missing out the points are Ricciardo, Ocon, Grosjean, and then of course myself, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Pierre Gasly, and then Lance Stroll and Sirotkin bringing up the rear, with Hartley retiring from the Grand Prix in the other Toro Rosso. Now in terms of what this race means for the driver standings, as you can see, Leclerc takes the lead by 14 points and already establishing an early lead at the top of the table. Vettel drops down to second place, Raikkonen jumps up to third, overtaking Ricciardo, and Ericsson with that second place jumps up to sixth place. We also lose positions and drop all the way down to ninth, and also Alonso drops down to P14. And what that means for the constructors is that Sauber now takes second place, 5 points behind Ferrari. They are literally breathing down their neck, and I think very soon that's going to get overturned into a Sauber lead, and we maintain P5, but we are just 3 points ahead of Haas, so it's very close. But now we do move into the European season. We've got Spain up next, which I love. I'm really good around there. I do enjoy Spain. I've got a good track record around there. First time we raced there without the well, since the new patch as well, so we managed to cope with tight temperatures last season with the Mercedes, so this should be even better this year. Then we've got Monaco, Austria, Paul Ricard, Canada, some good tracks coming up, and some good opportunities to upgrade the car and also score some decent points. But with that being said, speaking of upgrades, we are going to jump into the laptop and purchase an upgrade for the McLaren car.
What on earth was that performance? Come on, this isn't bumper cars at the fairground. Your results and conduct here matter, so pay more attention. We can't afford too many races like that.
Right, so we have a contract negotiation, and as you can see, I've already done the term. So P12 qualifying, P10 race, first driver, hard team goals, and then level 3 on everything except for pit stop efficiency. I want to see what they say to this first offer. Actually, I'm going to go pit stop efficiency level 2 and see if we can get away with that, and let's see what McLaren say to us.
We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises.
That's fair enough, so we'll just go level 1, and that should do the trick, I think.
Okay, that proposal looks good. It seems all parties are happy with the deal, so it'll commence at the next race weekend.
Right, so that's that done and dusted. So now we move into upgrades. Now, as you can see, for this race, as I mentioned at the start of the video, we were one of 3 teams to not bring upgrades for this race. So we're going to change that, and we're going to get some more stuff on the car for the coming races. Now, the engine's pretty cheap, and I can definitely improve it, which we definitely do need. The engine is struggling big time. So I think if you look at Sauber, I mean, look how far ahead they are. It's absolutely incredible. Aerodynamics as well we could work on as well, because that's going to be important, and we are towards the bottom. The chassis is our weakest point. However, I am going to go for the engine because we need that performance. So we're going to get that on the car. Fingers crossed we can get 3 of these if I'm lucky. Yeah, there we go. So a triple engine upgrade. That should boost us into being the 3rd/4th best team, and that should give us a nice little helping hand in terms of engine performance. And hopefully, fingers crossed, with the upgrade we should gain some ground on Mercedes. And then after Spain, considering we have 191 points, I should be able to buy another 2 upgrades after Spain for Monaco, and that'll probably be aero upgrades. So yeah guys, tune in for that for the next episode for the Spanish Grand Prix as we begin the European season. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can really start to turn things around and pick up the R&D race. But if you guys did enjoy this episode of Career Mode, then please do leave a like, and also do subscribe if you are new to the channel, guys, and turn on notifications to not miss a single upload from me. And yeah guys, other than that, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.